finally the year that Jayson Tatum becomes an MVP.
Mm, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, he has the talent to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but it's so early in the season. And I mean, what I've seen from him these past two games, like, he's looking good, but there's been a bar set by Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like if they give it to someone else, it's just on the sole fact that they're trying to include, other people in the possibility of winning it. Because if he goes out there and outdoes what he does last year and finishes with the number one seed and all that stuff like that, I mean, you can't deny him being the most
I'm
valuable player in the league again.
yo,
Jokic.
as deserving as Yoke may be, look, I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth, right? We're gonna have to sit here and be honest, right? Yoke is gonna enter this like realm that LeBron was in, where LeBron could have honestly been the MVP every single year, but they're not just gonna give it to him every single year. And at the end of the day, if Yoke end up what LeBron got 4 MVPs, if Yoke end up with more than 4 MVPs, it's kind of that's a little shaky because how do LeBron only get 4, but Yoke end up with 6, 5,
I
6?
don't know, but I can tell you this though: if that's what they're gonna do, I promise you, probably Luka definitely gets one. Tatum probably gets one. I would have said Morant, but he's kind of blackballed himself a little bit with the
Yeah.
with the executives up there. But those are probably the two most likely to receive one, and depending Embiid maybe depending on what he does. But those three are probably the most deserving to win an MVP at this stage. If they don't give it to Yoke and they give it to someone else, I'm cool with any of those three.
I feel like this is the year simply off the fact of I feel like we're gonna have the number one record in the East. Low key, I feel like we honestly might be pushing for the number one record in the NBA. And if Tatum, and it's a if Tatum averages over 30 points a game, I don't see how you deny him of that. I mean, his rebounds obviously going to be up, and his assist number is going to kind of be there, kind of not. It's going to be he'll probably average like around 4 to 5 assists, and he'll probably average anywhere from like eight to 9 rebounds. So I don't know. To me, I see it as the year that Tatum finally break throughs, get an
See,
MVP.
I'm just gonna say this, not to cut you off, right? If it came down to Luka and Tatum, right? Even if you guys finish with the number one seed, right? If Luka finishes in that top five, I think they would definitely give it to Luka because if Tatum sits, you guys can still win games out Tatum, right? If Luka sits, it's a completely different squad, you know. And Luka, they rely on Luka for everything. Don't get me wrong, it's not your fault that your guy, has competent players around him. You know what I'm saying? But if it came down to that and Luka was averaging 30, 10, and I don't know, 9 or something like that, almost averaging a triple double, I think they give it to Luka. I think they've been wanting to try and find a way to give it to Luka, but he never has the record that justifies him winning that.
Or
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna agree with most of what Pettigrew has to say. I think Jokic, he's entered that realm, and I think it's perfect that it's him and not like Embiid or something, because Jokic doesn't give a flying you know what. I mean, have you listened to any of his press conferences? That dude doesn't care if he wins MVP. He doesn't care. He's just show up 9 to 5, win as many games as possible, and at the end of the season, he's gonna go back to wherever and he's gonna work on the farm. He does not care.
he dang
So
near
it's
don't even want to go to the finals again.
yeah, like he's like it was the worst summer ever. I barely had any time at home. Like what? Who says that? So it's perfect for the NBA that Jokic is having this like run because that now do they know? Hey, we don't have to worry about that. He's not going to complain. And with that being said, I mean, the Celtics have the type of team to where if Tatum is up there with all the other guys in contention of hey MVP, you got to give it to him because he's the leader of a team that is number one seed, maybe best team in the NBA, best record. Hey, maybe they even fight for the Golden State record, best season ever. I don't know, but I definitely think it's either his year or I can see Luka in there. It's going to be someone new, and I think Tatum's got probably one of the best chances just purely on the team he's on. I mean, it's gonna be hard to put a case against him. It's gonna
Because
be good.
look at where we're at right now, bro. We're at a
Yeah.
place where Giannis got 2, Joker got 2. and B got one. Like, yeah, I feel like it's time for like. I feel like the writers are gonna look at it like, yeah, it's time to get one thing new. And I feel like it honestly it's probably better for the NBA that like a Tatum or a Luka get the MVP because really them, I feel like them two are your like face of the league. Once like LeBron is out, KD is out, all them people. I feel like you want to lean into a Tatum or Luka and make them the face of the league. And I feel like, and we talked about this a lot last year, where it's like, you want to look at them kind of as like Bron and Kobe. Them are the two you want to see in the finals eventually. You want to see them against each other in the finals eventually. Yeah, we never got to see Bron and Kobe in the finals together, but we will we would definitely want to see a Tatum Luka finals, so we can finally see who is that top guy. But I don't know, bro.